Hello everyone, this is Swinfer with Tech Chase Studios. Today I want to go over some of the changes in the newly released recommended rule set for Smash 4, put together by a group of notable community figures like Bear, Champ, and Tantalus. While it isn't a huge overhaul, there are definitely some noteworthy changes. Let's take a look. The biggest change is the removal of the rather controversial stages Lylat and Duck Hunt. Lylat was banned due to fear of the glitch where a character can fall through the stage, affecting a tournament set, and Duck Hunt was removed because it promoted campy play. Duck Hunt was useful as it was the only walled stage in the stage list, so to combat this, several Omega stages have been added as counterpicks. Now, when a player strikes Battlefield, the strike's extended to Dreamland 64. In addition, this also covers Omega stages and Final Destination. The structure of stage striking has changed as well, with the removal of DSR, otherwise known as Dave's Stupid Rule. DSR meant that a player could not go back to a stage where they had already won during that round. Lastly, the Gentleman Clause has changed to prevent players from using it to evade certain parts of the rule set, meaning they can't play on a stage outside of the rule set or alter the set count or time limit. So, with the major changes out of the way, let's take a quick look at the new stage structure. So now the starter stages will be Battlefield, Final Destination, and Smashville, while the counterpicks are Dreamland 64, an Omega stage, and Town and City. Remember that by banning either Battlefield or FD, that also results in Dreamland or an Omega being struck. Now let's look at the Omega stages you can choose from. We have Midgar, Wily's Castle, and Suzaku Castle. Originally, the list had several other selections, but after further research and discussion, it's been reduced to these three. Wily's Castle essentially takes the place of Duck Hunt, while Midgar and Suzaku Castle maintain the major advantages of Final Destination, but with slightly different bases. Now, the proposed changes have brought up quite a bit of discussion as to what should be included, revised, or brought back. Personally, while I agree with the removal of DSR and the inclusion of cross-striking, I feel like the stage list is pretty small and there aren't that many options. Additionally, while I understand why Duck Hunt and Lylat were controversial, I don't think it's unfair for a counterpick stage to give one player a slight advantage. That said, it's certainly arguable just how slight the advantage was on Duck Hunt in certain matchups. While Lylat's stage tilt can be difficult for some, I still think the advantage it gives other characters is slight enough that the stage should still be included. The tilt can be managed either by changing the recovery or by learning the timing. Of course, there's something to be said for the glitch where players can fall through the stage, but to my knowledge, there aren't any incidents where this affected the outcome of an entire set in a major tournament. Given the buzz around these new proposed rules, Video Game Bootcamp will be performing a trial run of the new rule set at the Xanadu weeklies in the MDVA region through the end of their winter PR season. There will be two changes to the rule set though. First, the only Omega stages will be Midgar and Wily's Castle. Second, the Mii fighters will be usable with a different standard moveset instead of the 1-1-1-1. Swordsman will use 2-1-1-3. Brawler will use 1-1-3-2, and Gunner will use 3-1-2-1. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not really that familiar with the Mii fighters, but I think this is a huge step forward for the Mii community and hope it works out in their favor. Last thing I want to cover is the feedback initiative Tantalus spoke about in a recent Twitlonger, in which he notes the TOs are going to be considering feedback from pro players on the following things: having 3 stage strikes, the future of Lylat crews, whether or not DSR is kept, which Omega stage choices to use, cross-striking, player coaching, and counterpick stages. 5 stages have been brought up as possibilities to be added to the counterpick list. They are Pokemon Stadium 2, Peach's Castle 64, Umbra Clock Tower, Castle Siege, and Halberd. Now, since this video is getting a little long, I'll be releasing another video going over the counterpick stages in a bit more detail soon. At the end of the day, I'm personally pretty happy with how the proposed changes are being approached. While, like I said, I don't agree with all of them, I'm looking forward to seeing how the testing pans out. Some of these things are pretty difficult to decide in a vacuum, so having the opportunity to do a trial run at Xanadu and other participating tournaments is a pretty great approach. If you'd like to check out the Xanadu weeklies, I've included a link to the VGBC Twitch page in the description. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any comments or suggestions, let me know in the comments. And if you'd like to see another video, you can click here to watch my last one, or subscribe for more Smash content. Thanks for watching.